The finish line was a mere 200 meters ahead. The roar of the crowd was deafening, but Ren only heard the beat of his own heart.
This is where your story ends, Ren.
A single wire severed. The dashboard erupted in a shower of sparks, every warning light blazing crimson. The steering column locked. Ren's world spun, metal grinding against metal as the car lifted off the ground. Through the choking smoke, Ren saw them, Mickey sprinting not toward him, but toward Tora, who stood beside the barrier. Arms open, she didn't even glance at the burning wreck. Her arms wrapped around Tora, her expression distant and cold as winter.
Why?
You were always just a stepping stone, Ren.
The roaring crowd, the flashing lights, everything faded. Darkness crept in from the edges of his sight, swallowing him whole. In one brutal night, the street racing king was defeated, not by a faster car, but by the two people he trusted most in the world. Consciousness returned in fragments. Sterile white ceiling, the beep of a monitor, and a body that wouldn't obey.
What happened? Why can't I move?
A doctor entered, his face a practiced mask of compassion that did little to soften the words. The crash caused severe spinal trauma. Professional racing, that chapter of your life is closed.
Closed? But racing is all I am.
His phone buzzed relentlessly, sponsor after sponsor, citing unstable performance as grounds for immediate termination. Your contract is void. We wish you a swift recovery and a new path forward. Then a news alert. A live press conference. The camera focused on the two people who had stolen his future.
I've moved on to a better driver. Tora and I are building something unstoppable.
Ren stared at the screen, the faces of his girlfriend and co-driver blurring with his tears. He had nothing left. Days later, Ren stood before the mangled remains of his racing machine in a rain-soaked scrapyard.
This was my life. Now it's just scrap metal.
A gruff voice cut through the sound of the rain.
You look worse than that car, kid. But that machine still has good bones. So do you. If you are willing to fight...
The old man introduced himself as Jin, a mechanic who had once tasted glory and ruin on the same asphalt.
I've seen men lose everything and never get back up. Don't be one of them. Come to my garage.
Can I trust this stranger? But what do I have left to lose?
Ren hesitated only a moment before clasping the calloused hand extended to him. The garage smelled of oil and old dreams, but for the first time in weeks, Ren felt something other than emptiness. Jin led Ren to the back of the garage, where a large tarp covered a silhouette that could only be a car. With a single yank, the tarp fell away, revealing a classic race car, its lines elegant even under dust.
This was my last build. It's been waiting 20 years for a driver with fire in his gut. You are that fire, Ren.
Ren reached out, his fingers tracing the faded emblem of a phoenix on the hood.
A phoenix? So it can rise from ashes?
Only if you rebuild it yourself. Understand its soul, and it'll understand yours.
The weeks that followed blurred into a haze of sweat, grease, and aching muscles. Ren rebuilt the engine with his own hands, supervised by Jin's sharp eye. Then came the real test, his body. Ren pushed through grueling physical therapy, fighting for every degree of motion. In the quiet moments, the garage television flickered with images of Tora and Mickey, their faces smug above headlines of victory.
Enjoy your moment. I'll see you on the track.
Months later, a masked driver called Phoenix stepped into the neon-lit chaos of an underground race.
This is it. The first step back.
His driving was flawless, sharp turns, perfect drifts. He crossed the finish line first, his identity still hidden. In the crowd, two men in dark jackets snapped photos and sent them to a furious Tora.
That driving style, it can't be him. But if it is, I'll crush him again.
After the celebration, a lone figure waited by his car in the shadowy parking lot.
I knew it was you, Ren. Only you could drive like that. Stop now. Tora will hurt you again, worse than before, if you keep this up.
Is she warning me out of guilt or setting another trap?
Ren didn't answer. He climbed into his car and drove off, but her cracked voice echoed in his mind long after. The tabloid photo stopped him cold. Miki, dressed in designer clothes, eyes empty as a winter sky, on Tora's arm at a glittering gala.
She looks like a prisoner in a golden cage.
He arranged a covert meeting in a familiar parking lot, the same shadows where she had warned him before.
You shouldn't have come. Tora has people everywhere.
Why, Miki? What does he have on you?
He owns my family's debts. My father. We made a deal. I have no choice.
Miki pressed a folded note into his palm, her fingers trembling like a confession.
He said if I didn't cooperate, my family would pay with more than money. You are the only one who can stop him. Please, Ren, win, expose him, save me.
Can I trust her cry for help? Or is this another layer of Tora's trap?
The next underground race was a calculated move. Ren returned as Phoenix, driving with a fiery, unmistakable style.
Let them see. Let Tora know I am back.
He crossed the line first, but the victory was a flare in the dark. Two of Tora's men closed in on him in the parking lot, their intentions clear. But Ren had trained on more than just the track. He slipped into his car and vanished into the night with a roar of the engine. Back at the garage, Jin took one look at his bruised knuckles and sat him down.
I was once a top mechanic. A man like Tora framed me for sabotage. I lost my family, my reputation. Revenge left me hollow. That fire inside, you can forge a better future if you aim it right. Don't let it burn for revenge alone.
I understand. I'll find the proof to bring him down legally. Not just beat him on the track.
That night, the mission evolved from survival to justice. Ren would gather evidence, no matter the risk. The next day, Tora's face filled every screen. He stood at a press conference, his smile a blade.
I challenge Phoenix to a qualifier. If I win, I'll tear off that mask and show the world what a loser he is.
In the garage, Ren watched the broadcast, his fists clenched until his knuckles turned white.
It's a trap, but I can't refuse. This is my chance to expose him.
Miki saw the challenge and panicked. She typed a warning to Ren, but before she could send it, the phone was snatched from her hand. Tora read the unsent message, his smirk hardening into something far more dangerous.
Still trying to warn him? You'll regret this. After the race, your family pays the price.
Ren, I am sorry. I've only made things worse.
Ren remained unaware. His focus narrowed to the upcoming race. The qualifier would be a battlefield. The stakes had never been higher. One wrong move and everything, his identity, his mission, Miki's family, would shatter. The night before the qualifier, the garage door slid open. Miki stood silhouetted, eyes hollow with dread.
Tora told me, if you win tomorrow, he'll kill my family. He'll make it look like an accident.
So you want me to throw the race?
I have no choice. Please, just let him win. My father, my mother, they'll die.
I won't surrender. If I lose, Tora controls everything forever.
Is your victory worth my family's blood? I am begging you, Ren.
I am not trading lives. I'll find a way to protect them and win.
You can't promise that. Tora is untouchable.
I will expose him. I have a plan. Trust me one last time.
She left with a whispered, okay, but her hope was a flicker in the wind. The race would be the final gamble. The qualifier began under stadium lights. Ren's Phoenix and Tora's Tiger faced each other for the first time since the crash.
He won't survive this lap. I'll make sure his mask becomes his death shroud.
As they launched, Tora veered violently, trying to crush Ren against the outer barrier in the first turn.
I've seen this move in Jin's old tapes. You are a one-trick predator.
Then the track glistened with deliberate oil. Ren's car slid but held, his tires biting through the slick, with practiced control.
Impossible. He's not the broken wreck I left in that hospital.
The final hairpin, Ren faked left, then dove inside, his car rotating in a perfect drift around Tora's frozen line. He crossed the finish line a full car length ahead. The qualifying spot was his, and the crowd's roar was deafening. Amid the celebration, a small figure slipped through the chaos. Mickey's hand brushed his, leaving a cold metal drive.
Everything is on here. The evidence against Tora. Don't let my sacrifice be in vain.
Back in the garage, Ren inserted the cold metal drive into a battered laptop. The screen flickered, then revealed a trove of secrets, bank records, transfer confirmations, and a voice file marked Race Fix Agreement. Ren's hand trembled as he clicked play. The crash must look like an accident. After that, the championship is ours. We'll split the betting profits. There were photos of Mickey's family, debt contracts with Tora's signature, and a note. Cooperate or they disappear.
She was a prisoner, not a traitor. Everything she did was to protect them.
This is enough. We can destroy him with this, but timing is everything.
I'll wait. After the King's Tournament final, the whole world will see this. Tora will have nowhere to hide.
Ren carefully copied the files and stored the drive in a hidden compartment in the car. He would not let this chance slip.
Miki, I'll free you. This time I'll win not just for me, but for all of us.
The mission had transformed. It was no longer about revenge, it was about justice, redemption, and a promise made to a woman who never truly betrayed him. In the days that followed, Ren vanished into a brutal training regime. Simulator sessions stretched into dawn, his eyes locked on every corner of the upcoming circuit. Jin spent every waking hour under the hood. The Phoenix's engine was stripped, refined, and rebuilt to a roar that promised vengeance. A coded message flickered on Ren's phone from an unknown number. Tora suspects. Cameras on me, always. No contact. Win for us.
She's isolated, but her warning only sharpens my focus. I'll cut through any trap Tora sets.
He returned to the dirt tracks at night, pushing the car beyond its limits, drifting until the tires screamed and the engine begged for mercy. In his lavish office, Tora watched the qualifier replay and hurled a laptop across the room. Glass shattered against the wall.
That masked insect keeps buzzing. I want him wrecked before the final. Use whatever it takes.
A dark car pulled up outside Jin's garage that night. Silhouettes watched from a distance, then vanished into the fog. Jin noticed the watchers and reinforced the garage locks. The Phoenix gleamed under the fluorescent lights, ready to rise.
Let them come. The only answer they'll get is on the blacktop.
3 nights before the tournament, the lock on Jin's garage door splintered. 2 shadows slipped inside, crowbars gleaming.
You picked the wrong shop, rats. This car has a guardian.
Jin swung his wrench with surprising strength, sending one man crashing into a tool rack, but the other brought a heavy pipe down across his back. Ren's car roared into the drive. He saw the open door, and his heart stopped. He found Jin crumpled on the oily floor.
Don't chase them. It's what Tora wants. Be smarter. Win on the blacktop.
A trembling voice came from the doorway. Miki, disheveled and breathless, had heard of the attack and escaped the penthouse.
I am done hiding. I'll testify. No matter the cost, my secrets are your weapon.
You are safe here. Together we'll burn his empire to the ground, legally and on the asphalt.
Jin managed a weak grin. The Phoenix sat untouched behind them, its paint gleaming under the harsh garage lights. Wounded but not broken, they had 2 days to prepare. The final was no longer just a race, it was a declaration of war. The King's Tournament ignited with a roar. Ren, still masked, carved through early heats like a blade. Tora's proxies tried everything: sideswipes, brake checks, scattered nails. Ren dodged them all. He crossed the line first every race. The crowd whispered, Phoenix might take the crown. In his booth, Tora slammed the console. Monitors flickered with Ren's triumphs.
He's not stopping. Time to use my final card.
A message reached Ren's phone: forfeit, or I expose you. Disqualification, jail, and worse. Miki's family will suffer accidents. Their blood on your hands. Ren stared at the screen, his heart a cold stone.
Forfeit and lose everything? Or race and risk innocent lives?
The Phoenix hummed in the garage like a caged beast. For the first time, Ren had no answer. The underground circuit was a beast of neon and noise. Zero arrived as an unknown, his black car gleaming like a promise.
They see a ghost, but a ghost can't leave tire marks on their dreams.
3 races, 3 victories. The black car devoured the competition, and whispers spread like wildfire. The underground crowned him Reborn King, a phantom who made victories look effortless.
This is only the beginning. They'll hear this name in every garage, every pit stop.
Meanwhile, in a penthouse overlooking the city, the champagne had gone flat. Ryo's latest race ended in 5th place.
You were supposed to dominate after Kazu's crash. Instead, you are forgotten before the finish line. Relax. The real money isn't in winning races. We'll get through this.
But the cracks were showing. Ryo's mediocrity chipped away at their empire, while the Reborn King's shadow grew longer. Ryo had no idea that the ghost he created was closing in. Race by race, a gold-lettered envelope arrived at the garage. The seal bore the emblem of the king of the city championship.
Zero, you've been invited to the king of the city. Ryo will be racing there, so this is the moment. The stage where I'll crush them both. Ryo will be there. This is it. Everything we've worked for. Don't let revenge blind you, boy. This is a race, not an execution. He doesn't understand. Revenge is the only thing that's kept me alive.
The simulator hours redoubled. Kazu chased every shadow, corrected every phantom slide. At night, he stood before the black car, whispering promises to the asphalt.
One race. After that, they'll know the Reborn King isn't a myth.
Zero's focus became absolute. The king of the city would be his coliseum of reckoning. The night of the king of the city arrived, the city skyline aglow as engines snarled beneath the starting arch.
Ryo is right beside me. Good. This time, I am not the prey.
The lights cascaded green. Ryo's tires screamed as his car lunged sideways, aiming to crush Zero into the barrier.
Out of my way, Ghost. He's learned nothing. Just a bully with more money than talent.
Zero eased off the throttle, letting Ryo's aggression burn fuel, then threaded the inside line on the second turn. Ryo's car fishtailed as he overcorrected, nearly kissing the barrier in a shower of sparks.
What is Ryo doing that nobody is making him look like a fool?
Halfway through, Ryo's desperation spilled as a slick of oil across the apex. Zero's tires skidded, then bit cleanly. They tore out of the tunnel side by side, the finish line still miles ahead. The true battle had only just begun. The lights went green. Engines screamed like banshees as the pack exploded forward. Zero slipped into third immediately.
Let him lead. Let him think he's the king. The higher they climb, the harder they fall.
Lap after lap, Zero remained a patient shadow, his black car glued to Ryo's rear bumper.
Who is this guy? He's sticking to me like a curse. No matter, I'll shake him on the next straight.
On the 5th straight, Zero feinted right, then dove left. Ryo swerved desperately to block.
That's it, Ryo. Break yourself against my composure. Every dirty block just proves what you are.
Zero braked late into the corner, forcing Ryo to react. Ryo's car wobbled, tires screeching.
He's toying with me. That ghost. I'll destroy him on the next turn.
Ryo lunged into the corner too fast, his car drifting wide. Zero slipped through the gap. Zero was now ahead, his black machine, a dark arrow aimed at the checkered flag. The trap was sprung. Ryo's desperation boiled over. He swerved into Zero's path, but his car lost grip and slammed into the barrier. Zero crossed the finish line alone. The crowd roared, not yet understanding the depth of the victory. As emergency crews pulled Ryo from the wreckage, Zero stepped onto the podium, not to celebrate, but to reveal.
You cheered for a fraud. Tonight, the truth ends his reign.
The giant screens flickered, broadcasting the recording. Ryo and Emmy's cold, careless confession. Too easy. Just a couple of loose bolts, and the steering locked up exactly when we needed it. Police swarmed the track. Ryo was pulled from the ambulance in handcuffs, his protests lost in the sirens. Emmy tried to slip away, but officers blocked her path. Her eyes darted wildly before she slumped in defeat.
Rio planned it all. I just went along. I was weak, but I'll testify to everything.
The crowd's jeers softened. They saw now the shackles on the puppet and the monster who held the strings. The officials placed the championship trophy in Ren's hands, declaring him the undisputed street racing king.
A king without a queen. But she's not lost yet.
Ignoring the fanfare, Ren walked across the track to where Miki stood in handcuffs, her eyes glistening.
I'll speak for you at the trial. You were a prisoner too. Despite everything, I forgive you, Miki.
I don't deserve this. After everything I did.
Ren raised the trophy high, and the stadium erupted with a single chant. Reborn King. The truth had shattered Tora's empire and Miki's chains in one night.
This isn't just my victory. It's the phoenix rising from all our ashes.
The street racing king had been reborn, not from vengeance, but from the truth that set them all free. Days after the storm, Ren returned to the garage. The Phoenix Garage sign now glowed under fresh paint. Inside, Jin was wiping down a brand new hydraulic lift, his movements lighter than Ren had ever seen.
You did it, kid. Not just the race, the whole thing. I am proud of you.
I couldn't have done it without you. But I realized something. I don't want to race for revenge anymore. I want to race for the love of the asphalt, for the roar of the engine. That's the real victory.
Jin set down his rag and pulled Ren into a rough hug, the kind that needed no further words. Outside, the Phoenix car gleamed under the midday sun, its paintwork reflecting a future no longer shadowed by the past.
She's ready for a new era. This time, we ride on our own terms.
Ren climbed into the driver's seat, fired up the engine, and pulled onto the open road. The reborn king wasn't just a racer anymore. He was a man who had reclaimed his soul, one lap at a time. The coastal highway stretched before Ren, the ocean a sheet of gold under the waking sun. A billboard loomed ahead, where Tora's sneer once dominated. Now Ren's own image stared back, crowned champion.
From wanted poster to victory poster, the world knows the truth now.
A faint, genuine smile tugged at the corner of his mouth.
This is just the start. There are more roads to conquer.
The phoenix emblem on the hood seemed to catch fire in the sunrise. He pressed the accelerator, the engine roaring like a beast unchained. The car blurred past the shoreline, chasing the horizon. A king reborn, no longer bound by revenge, only by the love of the race. And as the sun crested the waves, the street racing king vanished into a future he had earned, 1 mile at a time.